Hi, this is Captain Drew Cavanaugh with Florida Inshore Fishing Charters and Mosquito Lagoon Sight Fishing Charters, located here in East Central Florida on the beautiful Mosquito Lagoon, just east of Orlando, New Smyrna Beach, Cocoa Beach, Daytona, Oak Hill. And today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the rod selection that I personally use out here for the Mosquito Lagoon and the Indian River for sight fishing the flats, river fishing. This will incorporate the basic tackle as far as what most of us use out here. This is my opinion. I believe most of us use out here, not as far as the brand, but the tackle itself, to catch anywhere from redfish, trout, black drum, tarpon, snook, and so on and so forth on the flats. A couple of these rods could be used near coastal for, kingfish, cobia, tarpon, all that good stuff. So on and so forth. I'm going to start off first with the fly rod. We'll do that real quick. I'm only going to do the fly rod. Not everybody fly fishes, but for those of you that are new here to Florida and you're wanting to get into fly fishing, and you come from up north and whatnot, you're not sure what to use. 7, 8, 9 weight. This is a St. Croix Legend Elite rod, saltwater rod, 9 foot, 8 weight forward floating line, 17, 15, 20 pound line leader tippet. The fly patterns anywhere from a mullet pattern to a shrimp pattern to a crab pattern, so on and so forth. The fly selection, it ranges anywhere from shrimp patterns, crab patterns, worm patterns, so on and so forth. So I just want to do that in a nutshell real quick. Like I said, not everybody fly fishes down here. For those of you that want to, you can. The other key thing that you're going to want is a stripping basket. This is just a laundry basket that I got at one of the big department stores here. It starts with a W. And basically I took some electrical tubing and I filled it with lead weight or shot shell, and then I just gaff taped it off. And what that'll do is that'll sit in the bottom of your boat, right? It'll sit in the bottom of your boat. It's got a couple straps right here, and this will just raise up and it will keep the line as you're fishing, you strip into it, versus the stripping baskets that you wear on your side or whatever, whatnot. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to go over here is, you can see on the table, we did the fly rod here real quick, and I use St. Croix rods for everything, Legend Elite, Tide Master, so on and so forth, Ross Evolution reels, so on and so forth. Let's do the first one. Let's do the tarpon rod. This is my heavy tarpon rod for the bigger tarpon, cobia, whatnot. This is a Shimano Stratic 6000. It is backed with 20-pound mono, 100 feet of it or so, keep it from slipping. Then the rest is put on with 60-pound braid, I believe that's on here. Power Pro braid. I'm going to run it up to, this is either 80, 90, 100-pound leader, spider hitch up here, tied to the leader to a DOA Terrorize. And what this is this is the model Avid Inshore AIS 76 MHF. It's great for the bigger tarpon, 60, 70, 80-pound tarpon, 50-pound tarpon, 100-pound tarpon, so on and so forth. It's got a little bit heavier action. It's it's bigger, 6,000. It's bigger than the 4,000 Stratics, and so on and so forth. So this is going to be for your migratory tarpon that are going to run to up and down the coast. You're fishing near coastal, take your boat out of Port Canaveral, Ponce Inlet, so on and so forth. Fishing the Indian River, Mosquito Lagoon, you got the bigger rolling tarpon, so on and so forth. Not necessarily designed for the juvenile tarpon that are in the back of the creeks and all that. You could use the Stratic 4000 or 2500 depending upon the size of the fish. What we have over here then, the next one that's a good selection, and the Stratic 6000, you can get I typically either use the Stratics or Sustains. I'm basically stepping up to the Sustains. It's the next level up underneath the Stella above the Stratic. It's a high quality reel. St. Croix and Shimano have treated me very well as far as customer service. I'm very happy with their service, the way they treat me, the way they treat their products. You get things done. I've never had any issues with them. You go to my website, FloridaInshoreFishingCharters.com, you will see all the fish that have been caught on these rods and reels. So the next reel selection is going to be the Sustain FE 4000, Shimano Sustain 4000 FE. This reel varies in price depending on where you get it at, Bass Pro Shop, so on and so forth. It's a great reel, backed with 10-pound mono, 8-pound mono. Then I either put 10 or 20-pound Power Pro braid on here. This is the Legend Elite Inshore, and this is the model number LIS70M8M. I'm sorry, LIS70MF, medium fast action, 7-foot medium power fast action rod, St. Croix. This rod is what I'm going to be using for throwing a little bit heavier lures at a little bit bigger fish. Say I'm throwing the DOA Bait Busters, the DOA BFL 5.5, free line and live mullet, free line and bigger crab, designed more for the bigger fish, the bigger black drum. You know, weighted a little bit heavier line, a little bit heavier reel and all that. It will land, you know, juvenile tarpon, snook, all that good stuff. Then what you're going to want to do is 10-pound braid, spider hitch to 15-20 pound fluorocarbon leader, depending on what the fish are you're targeting. Typically 90% of the time I'm using 15-20 pound fluorocarbon leader. So this reel is perfectly balanced. It fits the Mosquito Lagoon flats fishing excellent. I cannot go wrong with it. It's a great overall reel. Let's see if I can get you to zoom in. See if I can get a picture of the model right there. It's hard to see it, I'm outside, so got my sunglasses on. The polarized lens makes it tough to see. It's just an overall great rod and reel. I would say if you're going to get a rod and reel, probably this is a good starting, because it will get the bigger fish, it will get the medium-sized fish, it'll get the smaller fish, versus going with the lighter one, the 2500 that we're going to do next, or the Stratic 6000. You definitely only want to get this if you're going to be targeting, you know, offshore, cobia, the bigger tarpon, maybe some bottom fishing grouper or whatever. It's a big reel. It's not necessarily designed to sight fish with, other than watching for rolling tarpon in the Indian River and whatnot. The last rod and reel that I use and I suggest is the Shimano Sustain 2500 FE. This is my pretty much go-to all-around reel that I use 90% of the time for. I'm using this reel quite often. My clients are using it. This targets all the trout we have out here for sight fishing, 30, 40, up to 35-inch redfish. It'll get the bigger redfish in. It's a great overall rod and reel. This is a perfect setup. Yeah, you're going to spend some money on these. You're going to put some money into them. But you know what? It's well worth the weight in gold. I mean, you get what you pay for, is my theory. This model of this rod is the LIS70MLF, medium light fast action, 7 foot. It's great. This is one of my favorite reels to use of all time. See if I can get it in there. There we go. Cannot go wrong with it. Right there is the new Airhead, DOA Airhead. Great for trout fishing. This reel, I would say, is one of your best choices. You can use this for bass fishing, crappie fishing, bluegill, redfish, trout, black drum, snook, smaller tarpon, walk around the ponds, whatever. It's a good all-around rod reel setup. The Sustain 2500 FE, perfect go-to rod and reel. You can buy these at pretty much any of your outdoor places, all that good stuff. I would suggest, though, if you're in town or you're new here and you're looking for fly fishing equipment and whatever, here in the New Smyrna Beach, Oak Hill area, the Central Florida area, probably your go-to place is going to be Mosquito Creek Outdoors over in Apopka on 441. That's going to be the #1 fly fishing place to go to. I would suggest my clients going to anywhere in this area. There's really nowhere else to go to. So what I'll do here is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take the camera off the thing right here, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show you some of the selection up close. And I'll just go over a little bit more here. I had to take the towel off because the wind is pretty bad here. And so what we'll do is, these are the baits that I'm using. Here's the fly basket, the stripping basket. There's some of the flies. This is your DOA shrimp. I just put these in a waterproof tackle box. with some corrosion plates in there. These are great. Everything eats a shrimp, even us. These are the cowls, DOA cowls, and you can see my videos on how to rig soft plastics on another video. Here's your top water, bait busters, sinkers. There's the BFL. Great to throw at these big redfish when they're schooling up, chasing mullet. Sometimes the treble hooks, I'm kind of wondering about them. I don't like to do the damage to the fish. Here's some great jigs, some paddle tail cowls, and so on and so forth. And then the rim oil. This is Remington rim oil with DuPont Teflon in it. I use this religiously on all of my rod and reels. It basically gives them a coating. I would not put anything else on them. I have been using it for years upon years. Never had any problem with it corroding. I wouldn't put WD-40 on it. I wouldn't put furniture polish on it. I mean, that stuff's designed for bolts and nuts and woodwork, not fishing tackle. The Ross reel right here, great. Here's the Stratic 6000, the tarpon, the bigger tarpon. And then, like I said, there's the model right there. Then we've got the Sustain 4000 FE. These two right here, the 2500 and the 4000, are probably the go-to. If you had to fish the rest of your life here in Central Florida and you weren't targeting 60, 70, 80 pound fish, 50 pound fish, those two will get you by forever. They're both great rods and reels. You cannot go wrong with them. Like I said, the tackle selection out here is not rocket science. The only thing I could suggest is that you buy a high quality, spend some money, put some money into it. I've been using the Stratics and Sustains for almost 10 years now, and their customer service at Shimano and St. Croix is phenomenal. I have no issues. I've gone to other companies and I've struggled with them. There's some that I want to mention, but I will not mention, that I would not give the time of day to, and unfortunately that's just the way it is. I'm a big customer service person, just like Ranger Boats. They have treated me phenomenally. Great company, great boat, probably the #1 flats boat on the world. Professional grade for sure. So again, this is Captain Drew Cavanaugh with Florida Inshore Fishing Charters, located here in East Central Florida on the beautiful Mosquito Lagoon, and I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you.